I just came back from an inspection with a client of mine who stayed in Russia and he just came to Nigeria to visit. I had to take him to see the property he bought while he was outside the country. And passing through or seeing the mighty developments happening there, I just had to make this video. Since 2024 till 2025 now, that I've been taking clients for inspection in that area to see the property they got from me when they were not in town, and those and other clients that I've been taking to see the area before they buy a property. In this period of over a year, the development I've seen in Owo is too good to be true. Please, if you don't have a property in Owo, watch this video to the end so you will know whether it is worth it or not. How can Owo make you money? I currently stay close to Coal City University, Enugu, and my husband has a friend who has a property around where we stay. A property where he built his family house, and then he also has some plots of land where he's building some blocks of flats. He also has another land where he has not built anything yet. He's part of the people calling the shots in the area where I live. And how did he do that? How did all these things happen? He bought property here when it was still very, very underdeveloped. He bought property as far back as 28 and 2012. Then I am sure this place was a typical bush. But he saw the metrics of development coming here and he brought property. He saw Coal City University, he saw some other infrastructure around this M&A axis and he bought properties. Now he's getting rent. Rent in this area is close to a 1 million naira. He's getting rent from different tenants. He has his own house and he's living very well. He has other lands that he can also resell for as much as 50 million naira in this axis. I want to tell you how O can make you as wealthy and even wealthier than this friend of my husband. It's where the current governor of Enugu State is from. And if you know how Agbani became very glamorous when Chimarokes became governor, you will know why you should invest in O. Without reasonable doubt, O is a golden opportunity. Governor Peter Mbah has moved so many developments to O. There is a new specialist hospital there, which is already constructed and completed. I passed through there today. There is the O Smart School. There is the O Smart City that is undergoing construction. There is an urban school in Owo right now. The dualization of the Enugu Ebonyi Abakaliki Expressway, which cuts across Owo, is already far gone. The development is already far gone. Now, whether you buy into this location or you don't buy into this location has already shown you indices that people are moving here, that it is developing very, very rapidly. These are indicators of development. When things like hospitals, schools, great road systems, polytechnic universities are in a location, you cannot doubt that people are going to move there. People, in fact, are already moving to Owo. So before Owo gets congested, buy properties now in that location. Buy as much as an acre, hectares, buy 1,000 square meters, 2,000 square meters in different locations in Owo and hold it. What you should use it for should not even be a problem for you right now. As people moves there, you will see different things to use the property that you have in Owo to do. Now, what will happen if you don't buy a property in Owo? Actually, nothing will happen. You will just live with regret. And in the future, when people are telling you, oh, I was here when this property was so low, I bought a property here, and that's how I can do this and that, you also tell them, yes, I knew about, oh, I knew when they were developing it and all. And you have nothing to show for the wisdom that you had. You have nothing to show, and it is a lack of foresight. So please, if you can, and I believe you should, buy a property in Owo. Send me a DM right now, and I will link you up to great properties along this location. I have beautiful properties that cuts across the carriage road, the dual carriage road, just in front of the road. So you can use them for residential and also their commercial plots available. Now I have a lot of clients who ask me, Ruth, okay, I would like to buy this property, this location you're talking about. It looks promising, it seems promising, but how can I go about it? I'm not in Nigeria, I'm not in Enugu State right now. How can I buy this property? How can I be sure that this and that about my property? And I'll tell you what I've told all my diaspora clients, and they've not had issues with the properties they've bought. So how can you get a property and be sure it's a genuine property in this area? First, come for an inspection, or you send someone for an inspection. You can send your parents who are close by, or you send a friend who stays in Enugu, or I can take you for a virtual inspection. whichever one that you want. Okay. Then secondly, you make your payment, you get your receipt, and you get your deed and your registered survey. Now, what the registered survey does is that it maps out your particular plot. Like if you're buying a plot which is 500 square meters, in the survey draws out your 500 square meters exactly how it is in the estate property you're buying, right? It draws out the 500 square meters, how it is, the size, the dimensions. It draws it out with the plot number and everything. That's your registered survey. And if you go to the general surveyor's office in Enugu State, you will still see your survey there. So the registered surveyor just comes and maps it out from the general survey and gives you yours. Now, what your deed of assignment does is that it transfers ownership of that property, of that particular plot that that survey maps out. It transfers the ownership from the estate owners, hmm, to you. Shikina, property is your own. So if you buy your property, receipt is good, but that is not enough. You get your document. The document will take, let's say, 2 to 4 weeks to get ready. And it's a survey that makes it takes time, right? Sometimes surveyors like to do it in bulk. So your documents take 2 to 4 weeks to be ready, and you get your survey and your deed, and that is all. When it's time for you to build, if you want to build, if you want to sell, that is what you will do. You just hand it over to who you're selling to, and then they'll prepare a deed for the person too in years' time, right? And transfer ownership to. As simple as ABC. It is actually as simple as I said it here. So please, if you want to get a property, not if you want to get a property, please send me a DM right now to get a property in Owo. I have properties selling for as low as 2.5 million naira. As of last year, property there was selling for 1 million naira, 950,000 naira. But now property 2.5 million naira, great property cutting across the carriage road, 2.5 million naira. I have some selling for 7.5 million naira, 5 million naira. Send me a DM. Let's know what you want. I'll work with your budget and I'll give you something you will love. Something you will love. Send me a DM or call the number on your screen.